I'm Hank Bardel, and I'm running for Congress. It's the 13th congressional district. That's Mike McMahon's district. We have to elect representatives to Congress who will work for peace. We have to spend the more than $1 trillion spent on the military every year for peaceful purposes. I pledge to the people of the 13th congressional district that if I'm elected, I will work to establish a lasting peace and a prosperous economy. During the week ending March 12th, 2010, Congressman Michael McMahon voted no.
Slow down traffic, you're doing the right thing.
Directing the president pursuant to the War Powers Resolution to remove U.S. armed forces from Afghanistan. We see how he voted. You know, the peace movement is for peaceful solutions, not military solutions to problems. That's why we don't support Hamas.
Saturday night, at a meeting of Peace Action, we passed a resolution that we would like Representative McMahon to support. This is concentrating on the humanitarian aspects of the Gaza crisis. We condemn the armed assault in international waters on ships carrying humanitarian aid to Gaza and deplore the resulting loss of lives. We agree that the health of the population of Gaza is of deep concern and that medical aid is urgently needed. We are calling for an international inquiry into this incident and an immediate end to the blockade of Gaza. We call upon the Israeli and the Palestinian leaders to enter into serious negotiations in goodwill to find a nonviolent, peaceful resolution of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict.
I greet you with the greetings of peace. Peace that our fellow brothers and sisters, human beings in Gaza, don't have. Unfortunately, 2 weeks ago when an aid ship was trying to reach them with food and medicine, this ship was jumped in international water. 9 of the peace activists, aid workers, were killed at point blank from commandos in the middle of the night. Why did this happen? Why is there a blockade on Gaza? What happened after is even more shameful, because we came here 2 weeks ago today to protest what happened to these innocent 9 lives and to the 1.5 million Gaza civilians who are suffering, starving, without food, water, or electricity for the past 3 years. Our congressman, my representative in Congress, issued a statement saying that these people are Hamas supporters. Who are we kidding here? These people were delivering food, water, and toys to the besieged people of Gaza. If we look at the list of the forbidden items from entering Gaza, Israel forbids A4 paper, some of this that we're holding in our hands today. Israel is forbidding goats and donkeys and horses. Israel is forbidding sewing machines and their parts. One must ask himself or herself, isn't the real reason is to starve these people? What did they do other than they want to live free? In less than a month, we're going to celebrate our Independence Day. Why don't we like for others what we like for ourselves? Our congressmen should not cover Israeli crimes. It's needless to say that we agree on things and disagree on things with every representative that we have. But this is shocking from our representative. I'm calling on Congressman McMahon to retract his statement, and we demand to meet with him to give him a chance to explain what he said, what he meant, and we need him to speak on the side of justice, on the side of the besieged people of Gaza. Thank you very much.
I would just like to say that the blockade of Gaza is collective punishment. It's a crime under international law, and Israel is getting away with this crime of a collective punishment. And the United States is supporting this policy. So the reason that we're here is to tell McMahon to put, instead of putting Israel's interests first, and instead of supporting AIPAC and being an Israeli firster, he put justice ahead of Israel's violations of international law.
Yeah.
And it's time American policy changed. This is not in our interest. The policies of our government is against U.S. national interests, and we have to be on the side of people who are suffering and not the side of the oppressors. That's my statement.
I'm Lloyd Berg, a Posse member, and I have the good fortune to be married to the chair of Posse, and I'd just like to add my concern to this. We all know that Israel has suffered terribly, but one of the most important things that the nations have to learn is that trying to compound the suffering of innocent people is just not the answer. In fairness, we must recognize there is a problem that goes both ways. But we must also realize it simply is not the answer and cannot be allowed without a challenge that they make an absolute out of their own personal interests here. And again, we would very much hope, I mean, Mr. McMahon, when a group of us from Posse met with him, was concerned, courteous, and helpful. I hope this was just a mistake, but this thing about that it means aiding Hamas to criticize, I mean, that's a remnant of the McCarthy age. I don't know if any of you are old enough to remember the McCarthy age as I do, but that was the case when essentially people made a lot, oh, you're agreeing with the communists if you say anything that comes with justice. Let us hope that he will be more reasonable and see that it is not the answer to occupy, to starve, to harass, to imprison the whole people.